On this episode, we'll talk about types of exercise for your sleeve. We'll also talk about who's eligible for the sleeve, and we'll talk about pregnancy after your surgery. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 62 of the Ask Dr. A show. I'm Dr. Alvarez from Endobariatric.com. Thank you so much for joining us here on another episode, and I want to thank each and one of you that have been submitting questions to the show using, the hashtag AskDrA, and of course through my Snapchat account. If you haven't followed me on Snapchat, be sure to do so. We have so much fun. You can always send me a message as well.
What exercises would you recommend to tone up as much as possible before skin removal surgery?
All right, so let's talk about types of exercise to get the best results down the road with your sleeve to avoid the loose skin, if you want to look at it that way. I like to recommend my patients the elliptical machine, which is cardiovascular. You have the movement, which is cardiovascular, but it also tones your upper body because you got the poles. It works really good. Patients do really good because you're toning at the same time doing your cardio, and it gives really good results. But if you really want to get into it, you can do the elliptical machine with a little bit of weight resistance, and that gives the best results. So if you talk to a personal trainer, they'll tell you about this. They'll try to combine a little bit of the cardio with the weight resistance, but the weight resistance has to be low weight, very high reps. All right, so that's the key. But of course, the personal trainers will tell you this. But if you had to choose one exercise for your sleeve to avoid or to get the best results down the road, the elliptical machine by far.
Would a patient be eligible if they are not very overweight, but have always struggled to keep the weight off?
All right, so do you really have to be really big to be a candidate for the sleeve or eligible for the sleeve, or do you have to be like really overweight, like 400, 500 pounds, 300 pounds? The answer is no. You could be 200 pounds, you can be even less than 200 pounds and still be eligible for the sleeve. It all depends on BMI, body mass index. And you can Google BMI calculators online. I mean, ton of them show up, and that will bring you a number called BMI, body mass index. That is what determines who can be a candidate for weight loss surgery, who can't. Normally BMIs 35 and over are candidates. Sometimes BMIs between 30 and 35, depending on medical conditions, may be eligible for gastric sleeve surgery. It all depends on the BMI, and that your surgeon can dictate. Of course, we have an online form that you can fill out right away. I go over these forms personally. I can let you know if you are eligible or not.
How does pregnancy affect your weight loss if you are still losing weight? And how does it compare to having the surgery after pregnancy?
All right, so pregnancy after the sleeve is very safe. You'll be fine. The baby will be fine. Actually, it'll be better because having a pregnancy, being overweight, puts you at much higher risks, you and the baby. So you need to be aware that once you lost the weight or you're losing the weight, it's much better for you and for the product, in this case the baby. Nutrition-wise, it doesn't affect the baby. We have a ton of sleeve babies so far, and we have them every year. Last year I had a patient who delivered triplets, and she's fine, the babies were fine. So all you have to do is focus on the nutrition aspect, make sure you're taking your maternal vitamins, and you're following up with your OBGYN. But of course, every once in a while, include your bariatric surgeon in the game here. It's important. So the good thing about pregnancy is you get pregnant, you gain the amount of weight you need to gain, and vast majority of the patients, once they deliver the baby, that baby fat really goes away really quick. It's fast, easy, and effective. You don't stick to those extra pounds. That's the vast majority of the patients, of course. So, but in a short sentence, it's safe for you, safe for the baby. It's even safer than when you were overweight. All right, so that's it for episode 62 of the Ask Dr. A show. I'm Dr. Alvarez from Endobariatric.com. And question of the week is, what's your favorite type of exercise after your sleeve? Answers below on the comments section, and I'm eager to hear from you. I'm Dr. Alvarez from Endobariatric. We'll see you on the next episode.